Hello, James. How you guys doing? James here. Well, remember how what I was saying in some of my videos how it's gonna start wearing on these women on way they treat men. So I'm gonna show you some videos and how some women still don't understand that the men are serious. They're leaving and it's starting to show. Oh, watch this video. What I'm about to show you.
The cancer is still spreading.
And what's going to happen in the future.
I do everything alone. I miss having somebody to talk to.
Are you happy? No. Why?
I'm alone.
When you say that, what do you mean?
I mean, historically, women needed men because that's how the oppression structure was set up. We were hostages. We couldn't have credit cards, couldn't own property, couldn't vote, had no voice. Well, of course we'd partner up with a man because we needed one so that we didn't starve to death because men used force to keep us under their thumb. Now, fortunately, things have evolved, and guess what? We don't need men. So it comes to...
I live quite a lifestyle for quite some time.
What do you mean you live a feminist lifestyle?
I'm independent financially and all of those things, and I kind of pursued my career for a really long time. I pursued my academics for a really long time. I really appreciate all of that. I think as you get older, you realize how unfulfilling all of those things are.
The report shows that by 2030, 45% of working women ages 25 to 45 by 2030 will be non-married, no kids, single.
This video will show the consequence of I am strong and independent. I don't need no men mindset. Many of them are struggling because they are trying to follow this idea, but it's not working for them because it goes against nature. We need each other.
I do everything alone. I miss having somebody to talk to. Having somebody that actually wants to see me.
I feel a bit sorry for this girl, but I don't understand why she is crying because they made it clear they didn't want men nor their help with anything. This is the results of that line of idiotic thinking. Keep being strong and independent. This is the consequences of that mindset. All the crying is biology talking. It shows that they actually need a man. We can't change nature. Let's read some comments of this video. Social media let women display what they truly are, and men are paying attention. Remember guys, she's not crying because she can't get a man. She's crying because all she can get are men like you. Women crying. I do everything alone. Men smiling. I do everything alone. She wants to bump into 29-year-old Brad Pitt at the grocery store and fall in love. Finding a good man is not hard, ladies. Finding a guy that have all six is much harder to do. You know, he makes 6 figures, has a 6-pack, is 6 feet tall, and has at least 6 inches, plus has all his hair, and is not sleeping with 10 other women. That man will be impossible to keep. He may use you for a bit, but that is it. Lower your standards, and you may have a chance, ladies. It blows my mind that a woman who is a 5 thinks she is settling if she gets with a guy who is a 5. First, women can switch crying on and off like a switch. Save your sympathy. Second, you want to feel bad until you think about the army of men whose hearts they've crushed over the years. I think we've all seen the Karen in her car screaming, "Do not approach me," to a guy 30 feet away. Message received. In all honesty, I can't believe people record themselves crying and look at the video and think, yep, I want thousands if not millions of people to see my mental breakdown of something that I can easily fix. I do everything alone. If you are busy being a good friend to others, you would not be alone.
it's gonna keep happening.
Are you happy?
No.
Why?
I'm alone.
When you say that, what do you mean?
I mean, I just sit in a little room all day, work in front of a computer.
This is what happens when you don't prioritize what needs to be prioritized. For some reason, they believed on this idea of being strong and independent. I need no man, but life is showing them something else. This mindset will lead any woman to loneliness. If she had a healthy relationship, she would never feel this way. If she had someone at home waiting for her, she would never feel this way, so they should stop trying to change biology. Humans are social beings, meaning we are not meant to be alone. Therefore, this strong and independent, I don't need any man mindset will always lead to loneliness and deep sadness. Let's check some comments of this video. She is in pain. Now everyone will understand her pain, but no one will understand the pain of a boy. I never got what type of society we are living. She doesn't have anyone to talk. Just imagine a person who doesn't have a friend from 18 years, how he feels. He is fine, but to remind him only when they need him. Yes, that literally me. Bro, sometimes I just want to, because there is no one for me to talk. Thank you, if you had read my comment till here. I feel her pain behind that smile. I am happy when I am alone. I know the feeling. Hope she find her happiness. She is not alone. She is lonely. Very sad. Everybody wants to be happy and be with someone. But a lot of people are alone. I understand her very well. If you can't find happiness in being alone, you will never find happiness being with somebody. Everyone just stop with the being alone is better than. Platitudes. True loneliness is very isolating and debilitating. She is expressing her pain and despondency about her situation. Loneliness is one form of emotion, so we can't able to live out our entire life with that only one emotion. We are craving for a soul who is as lovable as we are, but end up in heartbreak and isolation, then again come back to loneliness. Wow. She has been honest, and that takes guts and courage. Everyone needs someone to be there for them whenever they need. Being alone is better than being surrounded by people who do not understand you, respect you, take care of you, etc.
Historically, women needed men because that's how the oppression structure was set up. We were hostages. We couldn't have credit cards, couldn't own property, couldn't vote, had no voice. Well, of course we'd partner up with a man because we needed one so that we didn't starve to death because men used force to keep us under their thumb. Now, fortunately, things have evolved, and guess what? We don't need men. So if it comes to being in a relationship, it's a matter of bringing something to the table. And if what you're bringing to the table is a toddler-like mentality where you are running around, running amok, expecting a mommy and expecting some kind of subordinate, concubine kind of setup, no woman wants that. So of course you see so many men who are single because they've never realized that they need to actually be tolerable individuals. And as a result, they are single because nobody wants you. Of course, just like a job, if you want to actually do well and actually have the opportunity to have that, you need to develop the skills to be in a relationship.
This is the problem we are facing in our current society. We have too many single women with strong and independent mindset trying to push men and women apart just because they are alone and unhappy. It's important to remember that misery loves company. Nobody can tell me that she is married and happy in a relationship. She sounds like a woman that a guy left for another woman. The bitterness is in different level. Let's read the most interesting comments of this video. She sounds like she's single. When we work together for common good, we are invincible. Exactly. Some of what you say is true. Women should be careful about choosing good men. Just like choosing a wife is a life-changing choice for men. However, you have twisted history to fit your narrative. You make men out to be evil, then send women out to find someone to be happy with, which is almost impossible when you have this attitude. Men and women are both miserable now. Well done. Did she just say they were hostages and couldn't have credit cards? Okay, World War III. I think I am officially ready. I understand now. Sounds like she got ghosted. Imagine saying all that out loud and pretending that doesn't apply to yourself and the women that constantly complain like toddlers, who bring nothing to the table but want to run around, run amok, and have a daddy take care of all of their finances. Good luck developing skills. That requires humility. Who protects your country and keeps you safe? Who make the food you eat? Who make the power in your home? Who is the person that rules and makes decisions as the president? Who keeps your health good? Who serves your food at restaurants? You do. Men are like big parts of our society. Who makes your house? Who makes cures for virus? Who helps transport electricity? Men mainly work these jobs. Without them, the world would go to ish.
Okay, got it.
Ray Magliozzi here. eBay Motors has the right parts at the right prices. Let's see, you'll need headlights and a bumper.
So we got one of our brothers here that's actually getting married to one of the sisters, but the sister.
Check this out.
Oh boy, y'all gotta see this. This when that's really cool.
In sickness.
In sickness.
And in health.
And in health.
To love.
To love.
Cherish.
Cherish.
And to obey.
We didn't talk about that one in council.
We did talk about that in council. Yes, we did. So you want me to repeat that again? You want to just keep going?
I think we can keep going.
All right.
I don't find that funny. I don't find it funny. And the reason why I don't find it funny is that what is it with some of you that you just do not want to respect your man? You don't respect him. You don't like to apologize. You don't like to say, I'm sorry. I'm wrong. You don't want to come underneath the leadership of a man because you think you equal to men. They told you you are just like men. You can do anything that men do, you're just like a man. But then when men start putting their responsibility on you like a man, why you treat me that way? I'm a woman. I'm not no man. Well, why you want to act like one? But for me personally, that was just so disrespectful. And I would have told that brother, look, brother, you no, not her. She gonna be hell on wheels to you. If she can't even say that she will obey you, she can't say it. That means you got a problem. And I don't understand the rebellion that's in our community with some, I didn't say all, with some of these sisters out here. Why are you so freaking rebellious? Why? You have no problem obeying your white supervisor or your white boss. You ain't got no problem obeying them. You don't give them no mouth. You don't get sassy. Nothing. If they tell you go here, you go. If they tell you sit down, you sit down. If they tell you report is due, report is due. You question nothing. But if your brother in the community or your man who is a brother tell you anything, it's a problem. And that's an issue for a lot of black men. Is that y'all don't respect black men because it's like y'all kind of, unfortunately, been kind of bred in a way, and I'm gonna say bred in a way because when you constantly seeing an issue and a problem like that, and it's constantly replicating itself in the women from different generations, it's not just one generation that has that issue. It's in Gen X, it's in millennial, it's in Gen Z. It's generational now. I don't have to respect the black man. And so when you know why Passport Bros is so popular with black men, I'm gonna say, is because it's not that the women look better or the women are better. It's not that. It is when they go these other places, they're getting respect. Something that men need. Men has to be respected. If you don't have your respect as a man, you don't feel like a man. A man will always fight for his respect. It's manhood. Men will fight. Men will even kill behind his manhood. And one thing a man can't do is sit up here and allow a woman to constantly disrespect him and demasculate him. So when these men go to other countries and they were raised to respect men, then when these men get around women that respect men, when these men get around women that have no problem cooking, have no problem cleaning. They would love to just have some kids and raise kids. That'd be like her joy to do that, right? Just those minimum things. They don't say it's slavery and all of that. But if the white man asks you to go clean something, you go do it. It's your job. That's the issue. You have no problem doing it for another man, but won't do it for the black man. And so brothers are tired of that. So if you're saying, well, what can we do to get our brothers back? Have some respect for black men.
Yeah.
Smile. Be friendly. Be sweet. Don't mind cooking and cleaning. If he wants some babies, hey, of course, as long as he, he's a good man, as long as he definitely can provide. I wouldn't tell a woman to go lay down and have children with any old man. No. But that's the start there. Because I was asked that in the interview with Sister Antoinette. What could we do here? I mean, we don't want all our men leaving us and going overseas. Well, we'll let these men know you exist. Let them know you respect black men. Let them know you love black men. You honor black men. And that you want to be, by his side. You want to build with him. Let him know that. Because if you don't let these men know that, they're going to assume you like the rest of them. Now you can say, well, that's not right. It don't matter if it's not right. Too many have came to disrespect brothers. So you got to be the one that, like I said before, be loud and proud about who you are and letting these men know so you can be picked. Because call it what it is. It should not be no passport bro movement. It should not even exist. It shouldn't exist. That's only a last ditch resort for a man to go find some respect and love somewhere. He should have his respect and love right in his own country. Not having to go travel abroad to get it. That doesn't make sense. I'm just beyond with you. It doesn't make sense. All these women you got in America, but I understand why. Because American culture in general, we talking about all communities at this point. American culture, it sucks for men. Because you got men of all communities saying, I'm sick of this American culture with these women. They're sick of it. That's why they're getting their passports. I told people in general, but definitely the men back in 2018 get their passports, and now you're having a hard time getting it. Having a hard time, especially this current administration. I don't know why they so slow at getting passports out. It's just paperwork, right? Let me know what y'all think about, this brother here. Like I said, I hope.
All right, my friends, it's that time again. The old man is back. Yep. From a hot summer day here in Dubai. Welcome to Ask an Older Man.
Passport bros, they're getting women from the DR, Colombia,
Yes.
The Philippines, Thailand, women that can speak very little English, women that don't have education, women that need them, women that need them.
Whoa, yeah. Wow. First of all, I've come from Thailand. Yes, I speak little bit English because it's not my mother language. Education. What is about education for you? What is mean? You mean just the piece of paper that proves that you graduated? Girl, if your man is leaving you, question yourself why, or ask him nicely. That should be the reasons. The way you blame another ladies, how she from, how poor the country, the lack of the knowledge, the poor of the English, it doesn't make you look higher. Have you ever been to my country, Thailand, or have you gone to Philippines? I have a lot of Filipino friends. I can tell you one thing. You can't imagine how hard these women can work. Not sit there and blame the other women. Push them down to make yourself look higher because your man is leaving. No wonder why your man is leaving you.
And this was concerning the mass exodus of black men leaving the West, going to more traditional countries to find eligible wives. The Passport Bros movement has always caught my attention, simply because I see a lot of black Western men coming through this region, settling and working in this region. And when I say going through this region, I'm talking about men, black men, moving on, hanging out here in Dubai for a while, and then moving on to the Philippines, to Thailand, Asian countries. I had a few guys going on to Sri Lanka, Sri Lankan girls, gorgeous, gorgeous, highly educated, beautiful, traditional women. And so I posted my last video. Because this video has gotten such a massive amount of attention, and if you don't know what the video is, this was the last one I posted. It's called Black Men Finding Love Worldwide. Passport Bros, a black woman witness. And basically the summary of it is simply this. A black American woman, beautiful travel blogger. I'll put her name in the description, I don't remember it right now. But, you know, she had a great channel, and she described going to the airport in Cartagena and the amount of black men, beautiful, eligible men, that were pouring into Colombia, meeting beautiful women at the airport. Women who were dressed in their best to meet these men. Go and watch the video, guys. It's really one of those videos that give you a good insight. You know, when men try to tell women that there's a problem, women get triggered. It's just normal. But when one woman says the same thing a man says in womanese, it's absorbed more.
I feel like there's a big war going on between black men and women that's really annoying, because that's what they want to happen. You know, this was put in place during the civil rights movement when we were, as a black family, stronger than ever in order to tear us down and to keep us suppressed as a community. And it's continuing to go on for this long, and that is frustrating. The fact that us as black women, we constantly put the black man down as weak, or as he's not fulfilling his role. We're expecting him to be our safety and our security and to take care of us, but what are we doing to actually take care of the black man? We talk about black men all the time and how black men can be better and do this more, and how black men not doing this. Like, we talk about that enough, but do we really talk about how black women aren't doing their part and making sure that our black men feel safe?
And always remember this, the few ladies that watch this channel, my goal is not to discredit women, it's not to bring women down, it's not to female bash, but if I recognize that there's a problem with a male or a female, I'm going to call it out. The problem is, and we all know, women have a problem with accountability.
I see so much in women that drives me nuts is women who can't apologize.
Oh, accountability.
But they cannot own up at all. Like, they refuse. So much so that a guy that I dated before I met my husband, I remember we had some type of argument, and I said, I'm really sorry, I shouldn't have said something that way. And he almost passed out because he was like, no woman in his life had ever said, I'm sorry.
Of course.
And he was like, what the hell?
Of course.
And I was raised, like, my parents, my mom and dad raised me to be like, when you do something wrong or you hurt somebody's feelings, and you go back and you apologize. So that was bred into me.
Hey, mama didn't raise no fool.
So but I see women, even my friends will have a fight with their boyfriend or their husband, and I'll have to tell them, listen, you need to apologize because sometimes it's going to be you.
They're never wrong. How is that possible? How is that possible that you cannot, as a woman, take any sort of criticism, and any sort of criticism that you guys take, you deem it as woman bashing, misogynist, hating women? Please tell me, how does that make any sense? Even to a child, that does not make sense. So when men like me, older men, who have 5 sisters, I grew up in a house of 5 sisters, understand? It was just me and my dad, between my mother and 5 sisters. So I understand, and I always pushed and support female issues because I want to see my sisters grow and flourish, and I've seen it over the years. But I really think feminism have gone way too far. Feminism isn't, just so that you understand my stance and my views, feminism is no longer about equality, it's about superiority.
A gender war? Absolutely. Feminism is killing this country.
Can you be more specific?
Feminism has taught us to hate men and to fear men because capital profits off of my fear as a woman. If I'm afraid of men, they can make a profit off of that. there's a gender war because men are the underdogs right now. Men are the ones being told you're feared, you're wrong, everything you do is wrong, go make money, don't show emotion, BBB. Women are making a rise to the top. We've over-feminized so much and included women so much, which is great. But we don't have to tear men down to include women.
Men are mistreated in this country. Men are very mistreated in this country. Think about it. They're taught to be ashamed of their nature, their masculine nature. They are, if they call too much, they're needy. If they don't call enough, then they're an asshole. If they dare open a door for a woman or offer to lift a heavy box, they're sexist. If they compliment a woman, they're a pig. If they don't compliment a woman, then they're judgmental. If they get struck by a woman, they're unable to defend themselves. If a woman claims rape, she's automatically believed, and she can ruin his life, and there's nothing he can say about it. If a woman accidentally or on purpose or whatever gets pregnant and he doesn't want the child, he's still financially obligated to them and money gouged for 18 years every month. I do not believe the child support system is fair. I could make a part 2 of this. Seriously, men are very mistreated in this.
We are now living in a gynocentric society. For those of you that don't know what that is, I'm going to pull it up. Alright, I've pulled it up here. And I'm going to read it so that I don't make any errors and you guys will learn a new word and a new understanding of life. Gynocentric. What is a gynocentric society? A gynocentric society is one that prioritizes the life, health, and welfare of women over that of men. It is a community that gives women specific forms of power and privileges, such as longer life expectancy and a safer lifestyle. In a gynocentric society, women enjoy significant social advantages and privileges over men. The term gynocentrism has been used since at least 1897, and it has been associated with different feminisms. Gynocentrism can also refer to a tendency to place the female or feminine viewpoint and experience at the center of a society or culture. It highlights feminine points of views, interests, and issues while discarding opposing narratives. I hope you guys understand what I'm talking about. And from this day forth, you know what gynocentric means. And if you want evidence of that, then you understand that when a man divorces a woman, she takes half of his assets, regardless if she works or not.
A woman no longer offers access to loyalty, appreciation, and respect after a divorce. During separation, up until divorce, and long after, a woman completely shuts off access. She has expired her duty and contributions to the union. A man cannot shut off access. His duty remains consistent. He does not get to expire his contributions. During separation and divorce proceedings, a woman will strip you of your assets and children, have another man occupying your side of the bed, and time with your children, while you're paying the rent and utilities, including the apartment you have to stay in during the process. More often than not, attorneys will persuade men to stand down when battling for joint custody due to the unfair court system. More often than not, you'll be paying for her attorney fees, and if you had a lengthy marriage, you'll be paying alimony. So when it's all said and done, you'll be funding her lifestyle with someone else, and your children will be weaponized against you. So let's stop questioning men who'd rather exercise their options or promote premarital agreements.
And 95% of the time, she gets the kids. The man has to beg to see his own bloodline, his own legacy. He has to go to court to beg for that. The man is always guilty until proven innocent.
Benjamin Mendy has cleared all his rape allegations.
Alhamdulillah.
But what happens now? He has lost his career, friends, and his image. Just because a few girls wanted money and fame, they fake accused him and ruined his life. Even famous people like Vinny, Pogba, Zinchenko, Memphis Depay, and even Tate brothers standed up for him. These girls should be sentenced for ruining an innocent man's life. Benjamin Mendy has cleared all his rape allegations.
We now have one of the reasons why college attendance is low among men is because colleges don't favor men. You go to school on a scholarship, you hook up with a chick, guess what? 3 days later, she could say, "You raped me, Scholarship gone, your reputation gone, everything is destroyed in favor of the woman just because she said it. How can you prove otherwise? You know, part of the college experience is to explore your sexuality. But all it takes is one woman who says, no, it wasn't consensual, it was rape, and you're screwed. Regardless of what the man says, the woman is believed. How many cases of that you see all the time?
A promising college football player's life dreams shattered as he was falsely accused of rape. His accuser, 19-year-old Nikki Uvino, told police that she went to a party where two football players forced her to have sex in a bathroom. She later admitted that she had sex willingly and was afraid that if she admitted that, another student wouldn't want to date her. Malik St. Hilaire speaks out here exclusively tonight for the first time about the case. But first, Trace Gallagher live in our West Coast newsroom with the backstory here. Hi, Trace.
Hi, Martha. At the time, Nikki Uvino was attending Sacred Heart University in Fairfield, Connecticut. She claimed the incident happened at an off-campus party, that two Sacred Heart football players pulled her into a bathroom, took turns holding her down, and sexually assaulted her. Uvino claims she repeatedly told the men she didn't want to be there, that she had friends waiting for her outside, and to please let her go. Both men admitted having sex with her, but said it was consensual. The players were not arrested, but one lost his scholarship, and both say they were pressured to leave school while they awaited disciplinary action. Then Nikki Uvino drastically changed her story, admitting in a sworn statement that she made the whole thing up because, quote, it was the first thing that came to mind, and she didn't want to lose another male student as a friend and potential boyfriend.
If there's an argument in the house, they immediately come in, put the cuffs on the man, then they have a discussion. The man is kicked out. If the woman says or accuse a man of abuse in the house, he's immediately kicked out of the house until it's investigated.
Being evicted from my house now.
Immediately, but what we allow you to do is get an overnight bag. All right, so we'll go inside, you can get some of your things.
I have to leave with you?
No, you can drive away.
No. What I'm asking you is, I have to leave right now.
Correct. Yep. So you can go inside, gather up some of your things. We allow you that courtesy. And do you have your car here?
I do.
And then on your own accord, you can leave here, okay?
So you're gonna leave and I can leave after you leave? I just have to leave.
We're gonna leave with you. We're gonna leave together. Okay. You definitely have to leave today, okay?
Gotcha.
So what we'll do now, go inside, get some of your things.
You need this back?
What's that?
This.
Nope, that's for you.
This is me. Yep. This is me. That's officer and that's officer. Can I see your eyes, please? Is that okay? All right. My wife filed a false abuse claim against me in order to initiate a divorce, in order to get an advantage over the property that we have. Out of nowhere, she just filed a false abuse claim against me and had me evicted from the house. Women, in particular, who do this to men are criminals. They are dangerous. They are criminals.
Women are constantly screaming for equal rights. Under the guise of equality, it means superiority. Look at the American football team, the female football team. They literally don't make any money, but they want to earn the same amount as men, even though the men pulls in almost 10 times more than female footballers when it comes to attendance. Same thing with the basketball teams. The WNBA do not make any money. It's supplemented by the NBA, yet the women want the same amount of money. Imagine being in the movie business, right? And you got all of these famous actors. And the famous actors, they big box office draws. Tom Cruise, Samuel Jackson, all the huge names, right? But the women come up, they don't have the big draw, but because they're women, they want the same money as these big actors and bigger A-list celebrities. Does that make sense? The answer is no, and we know it. We know it as a society, but yet, what do? To appease women, they make a lot of noise. The companies and big corporations know that we don't piss the women off because they're the largest consumers. They're the one with the most debt. We gotta please them, so we just push their narrative. To hell with the men. The men ain't buying shit. They're spending the money, they're going into debt to spend money, they're convincing their husbands to buy them stuff, buy more stuff for the house. Those are who we listen to. The politicians know that they can't win without the female vote. To help with what the society looks like or what is normal, we need that female vote. Yes, whatever they want, we vote for it. That's where we are as a society. That's what we call a gynocentric society. And so, now the women feel that they're superior and they're the boss bees. They can go out and they can have as much sex as they want. They can do whatever they want and they can control a man.
Shut the up! Yeah, you better believe that I want to be nuts, nigga, in front of public. You want to try to look at other women, niggas, I'll you. You ain't gonna look at other women, and you ain't gonna tell me you're looking at other women. We have a little child right behind us. I know, I consult the child. There's a little boy right behind me. I already know. Look, I'm not gonna say nothing if you don't say nothing, try to cause a commotion, because he's a problem. You wanna try to say shit to me, nigga? So shut the up. Nigga, you wanna watch when we get home, nigga? Just talk about please. I'm not bringing my bag to what? If I let him in my bag, I'm not ever gonna see you again. I swear to God, don't you ever come to my house and don't call the police on you. Don't you? Oh, really? You're going out of control. Nigga, I'll put this right now. You shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Sarah, here, come on with us. No, you gonna come up? Yeah, man, go. You're assaulting me. No, I'm assaulting you. I'm fucking here. You're gonna tell me. I'm gonna get my purse. Are you okay? You want to say I'm assaulting you? Oh, shit. You memo? I'm coming. I'm going over there. It's gonna be chocolate. Fine, whatever.
They want the top positions in every single organization. They're making more money because they have college degrees. They can't find men on their level or above. And because they're making more money, they think that every man is below them. In other words, they're acting like men. What does that bring? Male on male competition. Yeah, she might have the vagina, but she's acting like a man. But do you know one thing about men? When we have conflicts and clashes with men, we know how to handle it. We handle it rationally, logically. We automatically know the hierarchy of who's in charge. And if we cannot come to a conclusion where there's too much back and forth, we handle it the physical way until the issue is resolved. You might call it barbaric. That's how men do it. But can you do that to a woman who's mouthing you off at the house every single day, just constantly abusing you mentally? You can't call the cops because you know that you're screwed. All she has to say, he's been hitting me. That's it. You're screwed. You lost your life. You lost your job. You lost your kids. You lost everything. Gynocentric society, my friends. Please understand, gentlemen, that's what we're dealing with. And the only way to solve this problem as a man is that you have to go overseas and find women who don't think like that. You can move your body and vote with your money in other countries. There were two movements that were born out of this necessity. Mail order brides. Mail order brides was more towards the white guys. That was way back in my day and before, where men would go to Russia and they would go to other countries and find eligible, beautiful women. And that was more of a white guy thing. That was back when the black man and the family unit for blacks were amazing. Black men, black women, we were working together.
Yep, that's true. Why got started that movement with the mail order bride? He's right. They just came reclaim it after Passport Bros.
of the house. Woman said, hey, that sounds like a good deal. He's not bringing in as much money as you're giving me for 1, 2, 3 kids. Feminism then came in and said, hey, you're a strong, independent woman, and all you need is a good education to be completely independent. Always remember this thing, ladies. Please let this sink in. When a man gets a good job, right, and he works hard, his only motivation is to providing for a family. He wants to find a good wife that can give him some nice kids that he can protect and provide, put a roof over their head, and go through life from the time he says I do until he gets into the grave with one woman. Yeah, I know you're a comeback. Oh, but he wants to sleep with this one. He wants to have this. You get what you want. That's what the man want to do for you. That's his motivation. What happens when a woman gets money? She gets money so she can say, I don't need a man. What's the next statement? Oh, I don't need a man, but I want a man. Please tell me, how can any individual feel that you love them if you don't need them? Please tell me how that works. I don't need you. I want you, but I don't need you. No, people want to feel useful, especially a man. A man that has no use to you, you shouldn't have around you. But women have become so accustomed for getting everything else done from outside sources. Need protection? Call the police. Oh, I can buy my own house. Oh, I need to fix the car? I call the mechanic. Oh, I need food? I call Uber Eats. Women can only survive in this society without a man because all the services are provided for her. And the majority of these services are provided by men, just not her husband. So he has no use to her until it comes to that emotional usage. Because one thing is sure among all humans, we need love. We need to feel special. And part of that feeling of being special is that the person needs you. You need him for emotional, psychological, logical support as well as his monetary provision, especially in today's day and age. But most women have become so accustomed to getting it temporarily from apps. Oh shit, I can swipe. If I need some dick, I can just swipe right on any single dating app, and in 10 minutes I can get any man. Yeah, but I can tell you, as an older man, you wait till you hit your late 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. Then you will understand the importance. And every single woman who are in those age groups who are single, you ladies are either ignoring those videos or you're not seeing them. Let me just play a few for you right here, just to wake you up. There you go.
TikToks talking about how being an independent woman is so much better, and it's amazing that you don't have to depend on anyone else. But I'm exhausted. I own my own house. I can pay my own bills. I work full-time 5 days a week. I'm a full-time single mum, and I think it's just exhausting because of how lonely it can be.
That's when women have hit the wall. When men no longer find them attractive. That's when men that you want no longer find you attractive. They're looking for a younger version than you. They don't care about your money. So guys, I just wanted to explain what gynocentric means. I want you guys to understand the era that we're in and why I think so by showing you, because I've just laid out many things, many instances where a Western society is now gynocentric. It's no longer a patriarchy. It's not even a matriarchy because it's not run by women. It's a gynocentric society, which I feel is worse, is because a massive amount of single mothers have produced an incredible amount of emotionally charged men who only grow up with a mother. And those men are helping their mothers and other feminists make stupid decisions. Tell me I'm wrong. You know the movie, was it the Barbie movie came out this weekend? And the amount of men I see freaking singing, I'm a Barbie girl, and freaking dressing in pink and prancing up and down online, it was embarrassing. Oh, the movie was great, man. It was so nice. It was a great movie. You know, you guys should go and see it. Barbie. grown-ass women who's still acting like freaking kids. Got all of these filters on about that transform them into a Barbie doll. And all the bloody grown-ass women who are putting on these filters that's showing them as Barbie dolls. Really? You gotta understand that women don't want to grow up because they know that their greatest attention is only achieved when they are young. Men, on the other hand, knows that his glory and his greatest achievement comes when he's older. You see what's going on here? All of these filters that have been made on TikTok and on YouTube, on Instagram, what are they designed for? Just to make women look younger.
Installed this filter on my 72-year-old Oma. Take a look. What do you think? Do you want to say what you think?
I'm gonna look like that when I was 92.
How about your mom? How did Harmony look?
Yeah, my mom looked that way, when she was like 92. Yeah, right before she passed away.
So all I'm telling you guys is that we are now in a society that caters strictly to female delusion, female happiness, all at the expense of men. It's never inclusive of men. And the excuse they use for excluding men or to bring them down is simply, all they have to say is, oh, we're dismantling the patriarchy, the shaming of every man into submission. Oh, you're just a misogynist. Trust me, on this video, I'll probably get around freaking 50, 60 messages telling me I'm a misogynist. Because you can't criticize women. Tell me, which one among us should never be criticized? A perfect person. Which one of us are perfect? None of us. Every woman screams, I'm a 10, I'm a 10, I'm a 10, which means there's no room for improvement.
Who is better at self-improvement, men or women?
Self-improvement, definitely women.
Okay, rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10.
10s across the board. Oh, period.
Okay, isn't saying you're a 10 admitting there's no room for improvement?
No, not at all.
Isn't the first step towards improvement admitting you're not perfect?
You're right. We were perfect. We just said we were 10s. That doesn't. You didn't say that on the scale of 1 to 10, 10 being perfect.
Well, what would be perfect then? On a scale of 1 to 10?
There is no perfect, really.
Isn't the first step towards improvement admitting you're not perfect?
Yes, 100%.
So then why would you admit that you're a 10, which is perfect?
Because you should feel in your own way that you are perfect, because that's
Now listen, I'm a woman, so I understand the way a lot of women think, but it doesn't make it okay. It doesn't make it perfect. You know what I mean? So you can think and feel however you want. It doesn't mean that that is a fact. So you have to be realistic with yourself and understand you can be confident in your skin and love yourself. You don't have to be delusional at the same time.
Anyway, guys, I'm going to close this one off here.
George YouTube, welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is She Said.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Do you guys remember a video I did a while back of a viral TikTok video where a woman is encouraging other women and saying, listen, it doesn't matter if you're in a healthy relationship. It doesn't matter if there's nothing wrong. It doesn't matter if your husband is in fact a good man. She says, leave him. Leave him, and the reason she said leave him is because she was justifying the fact that if you believe you'll be happier by leaving that good man, the man who you actually can't find an actual problem with, then you should still leave him because that's what will make you happy. And I made a whole video about that, talking about how, well, you know, women who do that are basically lying when they go on the altar and are basically lying in their vows when they promise to stay faithful no matter what, but then leave for no reason, and in fact, even when you are a good husband. Now, that video went like crazy viral, and a bunch of women have actually reacted to that video who disagree with what she said. One of those videos is a video that I'm going to play right now of a woman who shared her experience watching a woman actually do this in real time. No more wasted time. Let's get it.
I have a little story time to share after this brief clip for context.
If your husband is a good guy, but you're ready for divorce, you're not a bad person. So don't let guilt get the best of you.
I had this friend some years back. She was my best friend in the whole wide world. We hung out constantly. I enjoyed her company. highly intelligent woman, quite attractive, married, husband is very attractive, very successful. Not only did he provide for his family, she didn't work, but he cooked, he cleaned.
I just want to read the caption there. It says he was deep six figures and they owned their New York apartment. He's funny, confident, and definitely not a simp. They had everything, she says, and I appreciate her clarifying that, because if you're aware when it comes to modern dating, these are the type of questions you have in these type of situations. You're like, was he a simp? Was he broke? What was going on? And she kind of laid everything out there so that we know. For us coffee drinkers and all my baristas, make sure you guys join and become an official barista of the channel. Let's keep on.
He took care of the kids. He was emotionally open and available. Every time I'd come over and hang out with both of them, he was so talkative and emotive and empathetic. I thought, wow, they're the perfect couple in my opinion. Two beautiful teenage children, perfect life.
Right.
I used to drop things off at her house. She would tell me, oh, can you drop this off? And I would go over and he would be in the house cleaning. Ajax and Pine Sol and Windex and mops out. And he would ask me, Demi, how does everything look? Do you think she'll be happy? Is this up to a woman's standards?
I don't have a coffee mug with me, otherwise this would be a time I take a sip of that coffee. Right. He would clean. This man would clean. He would help out in the house, which there's nothing wrong with helping out. But the extent he was willing to go to please his wife, I hope was great for listening.
Friendliness, he said, I just love her so much. And I would say, wow, you're really incredible. Of course she's going to be happy. You did an amazing job. You always do an amazing job. The relationship with my friend, something started changing in her. She started talking to me about depression, and she's overweight, and she didn't like it. And it never bothered her husband. He adored her no matter what, but she started complaining about her weight and this depression, and saying that she needs to go to therapy, which she did. She found a therapist and started going. But after she started going to therapy, I noticed there was You never know the last time you'll see a place.
The house has been put up for sale.
I'm about to cut this video short. Man, be careful what kind of women you get with. Jesus. And men do want respect, ladies. Like I said, I've had women disrespect me, and you know what? I just walked out the picture. I didn't sit around and think that they're gonna reverse, like, oh, I'm gonna go chase behind you and try to please you. I was that type of dude, like, hey, I'm gonna have a nice face, but I had my limit. I was like, nope, I ain't gonna tolerate this mess, and I just got up and left. I've left relationships since I just didn't want to be bothered no more. So it can work back, and I know people who had good, that had wives that did that to them. They were good husbands, and they dogged the shit out of them, cheated on them and everything. And you wondering why that men are very hesitant. And then when you was hearing what the one video said about the laws and everything, my goodness, like the gynocentric society. And I'm telling you, you'll find a lot of women is gonna be lonely, and it's because of what they choose and what they speak out of their mouth. And like I say, your mouth can be your own destruction. And nobody wants to be around a negative, naggy person. And did you see that woman on the airplane? That's just crazy. I understand whatever situation it was, it didn't call for her to, get emotional like that. So make sure that you don't meet a woman that like to put her hands on you. Just like a woman should meet a man that won't put her hands on her. And vice versa. Because we don't speak about that. But anyway, yeah, man, you be careful what type of woman you get with. Guard your heart. And that's what I did. And really, you know, people say, my mom always say, have you met somebody? And I'm like, I'm just taking my time. Because when I meet someone, I really want to get to know them. Because you see what's going on these days, you really got to know a person. And man, really, I know the looks mean one thing, but you got to see what's upstairs. If she starts showing some psychotic episodes, man, I don't care. Like she can do wild things in the bedroom, bruh. I'm telling you, you take some time to get to know a woman. It may be this stuff. Maybe look at women in a different light. It really have like when you talk to a person, get to see what they're really about. Because looks can be deceiving, and I think that should be a model for men. After you get done with the looks, has she been to a psych ward or what? I mean, has she just slash? Is she that type of woman get upset? Go out there slash a dude's tires and all kinds of stuff. You gotta be careful, man. You gotta be careful what you get with. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Had another video, but it didn't do so well. But not that I make it negative, but I'm just being realistic. Like you better know what you're getting into. That's what I learned over time. Don't just take everything to bed, because when you lie down on that bed, you're gonna wake up with some issues, and it could be physical, but it can be emotional and spiritual. So to all the men out there, just like they tell women, when it comes to men, I'm telling men, bruh, be careful wherever you do, whether it's here or overseas. But if you can't find a good woman here, yeah, go on over. And so what? What it is? Your happiness is important. And like someone said, you only live once. And if I had the funds to go overseas, I'd get up out of here, bro. But if you got an opportunity to go, save your money, you're working, and go. And if they ain't treating you right here, and they don't act like they ain't got no sense, leave them, And it's time to let these women know that there's more women on the planet. That's all you got. Hey, if I'm not the type of dude you're not attracted to, that's okay. Cause I'm not here to appease your opinion. You gotta understand, you the man, you the catch. And you got it going on, man. No matter how tall you are, no matter how your income is, it don't have to be necessarily 6 figures. You don't have to be long as you take care of your personal hygiene and stuff like that. You good to go. The heck with it, man. Being so stiffy and has 6 figures and 6 feet tall and this, that, and other. You, as a man, you should have expectation. Forget that. So stop dealing with these unrealistic women. Go find your woman overseas. If you can't find them here, bro, and you ain't got one, and you got one, keep her. If she here, keep her. But hey, because the next one you might meet might be crazy as hell. So you got a good woman, keep her. Because there ain't too many good women out there no more. Yeah, it's like trying to find a decent, mentally, emotionally stable woman. It's like trying to find a $500 bill out in a field, All right, then, you guys take it easy. You be blessed and take care. Hope you have a blessed night and what morning, afternoon where you hear this video. Take care. Remember, man, go get that passport and travel. Have fun. See you on the next video. Take care. Get away from the psychos. Okay.